Yeah. So yesterday we talked about different symbols, and along with this, we also talked about input-output symbols, uh,
Mm,
data flow symbols, and
mm,
mm, yeah. So we looked into all the notations, symbols, okay, which we use
mm,
in which we use to design flowcharts by using Microsoft Visio software. So now
mm,
today we look into structures. Four structures we have here: sequence, decision, repetition, and case. Uh, so sequence means a series of actions are performed in sequence. The pay calculating example was a sequence flowchart. So till now, I mean, yesterday what we discussed, this flowchart. Okay, this is known as a sequence flowchart. Sequence because there are no decisions, there is no nothing turning back, right? There are no repetitions, nothing is here. It's a started and end. It starts somewhere and it ends somewhere, that's it. So I mean, it start in the beginning, at end it. Okay, so there are no
mm,
repetitions, nothing happens, so we call it as sequence. Okay, this is one type of structure, flowchart structure. And the second one is decision. One of two possible actions is taken depending on a condition. Okay, so look at this. Now you see here a new symbol, the diamond, indicates a yes no question. If the answer to the question is yes, it goes to the right. The flow follows one path. If the answer is no, the flow follows another path. It goes here. If yes, it goes here. If no, it goes here. Okay, so decision. If it is yes, go to right side. If it is no, okay.
yeah,
Okay, so the next one is repetition. Repetition structure. Uh, Look at this repetition. A repetition structure represents part of the program that repeats. The type of structure is commonly known as loop. Okay, so look at this structure. A repetition. A best example I can give you here is ATM. I mean, when you go to ATM and when you enter password, system asks you to enter password, right? When you enter password, if the password is wrong, what happens? The system will ask you to re-enter again, correct?
mm-hmm,
So this is known as repetition. So system, it will see whether it is right or wrong. If it is no, if the answer is no, if the answer is wrong, then the system will ask you to repeat it. I mean, system will ask you to re-enter the password again, right password. If yes, it goes down. So this is known as repetition. We call it as loop basically. Until unless the condition is satisfied, it keep on asking you. Okay. Now notice the use of diamond symbol. A loop tests a condition. If the condition exists, it performs an action. Then it tests the condition again. If the condition still exists, the action is repeated. This continues until the condition no longer exists. Okay, so this is a repetition, and here are some couple of examples for it, but I'll give you a proper example. I'll give you a exact example, I mean the functional example. Okay, don't worry. And the next one is case. One of several possible actions is taken depending of the contents of variable. uh, Look at this. So here is a decision, I mean is a diamond symbol.
sure.
And if you look into this example, you'll understand. The structure below indicates actions to perform depending on the value in years employed. So now let's say this is a HR payroll system. So if 1 year experienced fellow data comes here, so automatically the bonus 100 is given. If 2 years experienced person employee data comes here, the bonus is set 200 automatically. Okay, if you look into this, you'll get a clear idea. Look at this. If years employed equals to 1, bonus is set to 100. So automatically, when the data comes here, automatically, if the employee is 1 year experienced, automatically it goes to, it takes bonus 100. Got it? If two
If,
years,
it, if it's 1 year, if it's 1 year or less than 2 years, it gives 100. Right?
hmm, I mean, see, otherwise what happens, every time you have to connect, like for 1 year, always you have to select bonus 100, for 2 years 200, 3 years 400, like this, always you have to connect, right? So, but what is the reason? The data comes here, the 1 year employee data comes here automatically, the bonus is set because you already, the program has written already behind it, okay, in such a way that I'm getting a lot of background noise. I don't know what's going on here behind.
Okay, so
Some music, I don't know, it's namaz, I don't know what is that. Okay. Yeah. So if years employed equals to 1, bonus is set to 100. In the same way, if years employed equals to 2, bonus is set to 100, 3 years 400, and more than 3 years 800. Like this. So we call it as case. Okay. So basically, what are all these things? We use all these symbols, sorry, all these structures. A structure is nothing but combination of different symbols. Okay. So look at this. How many symbols we have? One is a diamond, and these all rectangle boxes or process symbols, correct? And the arrows are nothing but data flows. Okay. Now, next one is connector. Sometimes a flowchart will not fit on one page. A connector represented by a small circle allows you to connect two flowchart segments. Now, what is this connector basically? So when you're drawing a diagram, okay, when you're drawing a flowchart, diagram in the sense flowchart, so if this flowchart doesn't fit in one page, okay, so we have to draw it in the next page, correct? So when you're drawing in the next page, so how do you connect to both of them? I mean, how technical people, I mean, when the technical people, when the technical person look into this diagram flowchart, how this fellow will understand that the the flow, like if you see here you'll get a clear idea. Okay, so here the flow chart you started here, start, okay, and you're continuing in the next page, okay, got it? So look at this, start, input, process, something something, and at last end. So you are continuing the diagram in many pages. At that time we use A here. A is nothing but a connector. You can see here the A connector indicates the second flowchart segment begins where the first segment ends. So when a technical person look into this, how they will come to know that this second diagram belongs to the first one. I mean, second diagram is a connectivity of the first one. It is very difficult, right, if you don't put a connector. So that is the reason what we do is we put some connectors, A and A. Okay, connectors. Got it? So now they will understand. Okay, so this is the second flowchart is a connectivity of the first one. That's it. Now the next one is module. A module I'll explain you in detail with the example. Okay, module. Remember module. Okay, and see what we are doing now. We are combining all the structures and preparing flowcharts. Now let's review. Now you tell me, Femi, what are all these things? Yesterday we talked about these symbols, right? You tell me the symbol name and operation of the symbol. Name of the symbol and operation. Okay.
this this close parallelogram it's a start and end. It's for start and end.
Exactly. It's a start and end is an operation, but name of the symbol.
Oh,
Yeah, name of the symbol. Terminal, right? It's a terminal. Yeah.
okay.
Yesterday we talked about it. Maybe you forgot. So we call it as terminal, and operation is input. Sorry, start and end. Okay. I'll tell you. Okay, be on mute. Remaining, I'll tell you. Be on mute. Okay. The second one is
This is a decision.
exactly
This is a
decision.
decision structure.
Exactly, and the third one is third one.
Um, a program or something. Process.
No,
And
it's a process is here. Under that you have process. The third one is input output symbol. input output symbol, we call it as parallelogram. Okay, and the
Yeah.
next one is a connector. Okay, rounded circle, it's a connector. And next one is rectangle. Okay, process, system process, rectangle. And the last one is module. Okay, just look at them and remember, you have to remember the name of the symbol and operation. So if you look into MS Visor, you will find all the symbols, don't worry. Okay, next, what else? Yeah, review. Name the four flowchart structures: sequence, decision, repetition, and case. Okay, sequence, decision, repetition, and case. Now look at this, review. What type of structure is this? It's a it's a repetition. Okay, it's a repetition, correct? It is repeating back. You can look into this. And next one, what type of structure is this? This is a sequence. Okay, because see, the first one is repetition because it is repeating back. Sequence is a straight flow sequence. Okay, and next one is review. Sorry, next one is what is this? It is a case. Okay, and what type of structure is this? This is decision. Okay, so you have to remember all these symbols like this. Okay, decision, case, sequence, repetition. So we combine, we use all these structures. These are not symbols, these are structures. Okay, so we combine these structures and prepare a flowchart. So how do you design these structures? Means by combining symbols. These, along with yesterday we talked about different symbols, right? Right. Now, let's go back. Let's go back to leave management system use case document. Okay, yes. So now look at this diagram.
Are you gonna send me the documents?
Pardon?
Are you gonna send me the documents?
I'll send you. uh,
Oh,
I mean, I think I sent you. You please check, otherwise I will send you all this. Okay, and all material email I send you. If not, I'll send you, don't worry. You please check it out and let me know so that I will, after the class, not now. Okay, so after the class you check, and if you don't have this documents in the material, you just drop me an email, I'll reply back. Okay, now look at this use case document. Yesterday we discussed about it, right? So now you tell me, Femi, uh, can you tell me how many structures? I'm not talking about symbols, I'm talking about structures. How many structures are there in this flowchart? Just look at them, think and tell. There are two structures. Okay, I'm telling you there are two structures. What are those? Tell me.
like this here is a decision.
Okay, one is decision. What is the next? There is one repetition. Where is that? Tell me. Repetition.
Mm, okay, it seems it's here.
Where? Where is the
Yeah,
repetition?
yeah. It's from the field
Mm,
make changes.
mm. Employee. Employee field leave application to system. and system, it is checking, right? It's a
Yeah.
it's a repetition and decision, obviously, correct? So when you say check for conflicts, return error, if yes, I mean if errors are there, it is sending back. So this is a
Mm.
repetition. If no, it is going a decision, correct? So this is a repetition structure, and there are how many decisions? Two decisions and one repetition in this diagram, correct? Like
Yeah.
this, you have to understand. Now I'm going to explain you the second one, second project. I'll directly explain you the uh, you know flow chart. Okay, here I will explain you the complete project in one shot. See, basically this is a performance management system application. Okay, performance management system. So like LMS is a leave management system, right? So that is for leave application. I mean, in the LMS you will find leave application and all these things, but here this is for performance, like appraisals, year-end appraisals. So every organization, the financial year, physical year, uh, the financial year, uh, some appraisal will be given to employees. Okay, some bonus type of thing. You can say appraisals will be given depending on their work, depending on their success ratio, depending on their weightage of the work, depending on their rankings. Okay, so each individual employee will be given different appraisals, different bonus. Okay, now uh, how this organization will come to know that so and so employee had done hard work, or so and so employee had done some additional some work. So that is the reason what they did here is, uh, I mean, what I mean to say here is there should be an application. Okay, there should be an application wherein employee will log into that application. Okay, and input all the details like employee details and success ratios, whatever they designed, whatever they mean. I mean, what are the additional hours they worked, everything they have to mention in application. So that application we call it as performance management system portal. Okay, so now what employee do? Employee log into that, employee uh, enters all the data, and then manager will look into that, managers will review that. Okay, and they will cross check the documents what you submitted. So have you really done it, or you just put it, whatever it is, they will do some verification, and according to that the appraisal is given to employee. Okay, this is the application. Now uh, if you look into any organization, that can be an IT company or non-IT company, any company, you will have different departments, correct? Like accounts department, HR department, technical department, blah blah. So depending on the organization, you will be having different departments. So every department employee need appraisal. Every department employee, they want appraisal, because when you say employee, that employee can any employee, correct? That employee can be a HR employee or an account employee or administration or IT or non-IT, whatever it is. Okay, so different departments. Okay, so different department will have different managers. Okay, of course, right? So different employees, when you say different departments, each department should have a different application, correct? Okay, so now let's see here. First, what HR people are doing, HR admin start, I mean, started the flow. They're explaining like, start, create template for year and create background documents. So how many departments? Let's say there are four departments. For each department they prepare separate templates, because the IT template will be in a different way. I mean, I'm talking about performance management system. When you log in, inside that whatever the application you see, I'm talking about that. Okay, create template for year and create background documents. So these people, HR people, will create different applications for different employees. Okay, now map templates to employees. I mean, map means, so when an accounts person, I mean when an HR person log in with that fellow, with the employee username and password, so that HR person should see only HR related template. Got it? I mean the application form, the performance management system, wherever you are putting input the data, that application or the data form, that should contain like, different details when you compare with when you compare with accounts or when you compare with IT team. Because when you look into IT, suppose an IT employee logged in, so this employee should see like an IT related template, like it should have a project name, duration, project duration, correct, project manager, and all these things. Wherein accounts, that is a different scenario. Wherein HR, that is a different scenario. I think you're understanding what I'm saying, correct? So like this, different templates are designed and communicate to employees. Those templates are input into performance management system. Okay, now as an IT employee, when I log into this, now I'm an employee, right? When I log into this performance management system, that is nothing but PMS, and when I log into this, what I will see? I'll see IT related template because I am an IT employee. Okay, so now I set objectives, weightage, KRM means weightage. I mean some ranking, weightage and target. I mean how much I achieved. What are the things? All my inputs, all my work what I did, I am entering all the data here. Now once I enter, and when I click on submit approvals for approval, now it goes to my manager. Okay, let's assume I'm a business analyst. Okay, now I'm a business analyst, so I entered all my data, what are the projects I did or whatever the work I had done. So that data will go to manager. Open and review objectives. Manager will see whether I entered the data right or wrong, or anything is missing, or any additional data. Are objectives okay? Yes, manager feel that yes, whatever this BA has submitted, the data is right. Then approve and submit form to reviewer. Reviewer is none other than a background check, you can say a background check person who check the documents once again, irrespective of any political issues. Because manager means, maybe this manager, maybe he's much, you know business analyst, maybe he's very close to manager, maybe he's a friend of manager, correct? So there can be a chance of misjustifying the things. Okay, so that is the reason reviewer will review it. Our objectives okay? Yes. If everything is fine, yes, then approve and mark objectives as complete and notify stakeholders, and they will get the money. So this is the straight flow what I explained you. Okay, now look at this from the beginning. We look into alternative flows. Once employee log into PMS and enter all the details, then it goes to manager. When manager look into that, when manager view this application, immediately an email will go to employee stating that, hey, manager has viewed your application. Got it? Internal, the program is written in that way. When the manager clicked on your application, when a manager viewed your application, immediately an email notification will go to employee. That is what here notify employer. Okay, now coming to the point. So manager open and review objectives. Are objectives okay? No. If manager feels there is something like, maybe this fellow has written wrong data, or maybe something is missing, okay, no, make appropriate changes. Okay, make appropriate changes and submit form. So manager is submitting the form. What is this? Look at this carefully. Make appropriate changes, submit form. It is going top, it is going up, right? Repetition, correct? Repeating. See, it is going top again, so it is going top. And how employee will come to know that? So manager want you to do some changes. So employee will get an email stating that, hey, manager has sent you a status stating that to do some modifications. Got it? Then immediately employee log into this PMS and check the status. Now, are the changes okay? If employee feel that everything is fine, I mean, in some changes are there, we need to do some changes. So employee will do the changes, accept the changes, and submit the form. It goes to manager. So look at this, it is repeating. It's coming again back to manager. But sometimes what happens, alternative case, if you see, are the changes okay? No. So employee is not accepting. Employee saying that the manager is wrong, or maybe lack of proper knowledge, or maybe we don't know. But employee saying that no, whatever the manager has said is wrong. Then how? Then what they do, this is known as manual operation symbol. You can say this offline discussion. Okay, so offline discussion means both of them discuss over the phone or face to face, not through the system. Got it? They are not communicating with the system over the phone or over the uh, what I mean to say is face to face. So they will discuss what's going on, what is wrong, where is wrong. Okay, when employee realizes that okay, this fellow is wrong, then employee accept it. When the manager realizes that okay, manager is wrong, then okay, take it easy. Okay, now it goes down, and now reviewer coming to reviewer. Okay, manager accepts it and send it to reviewer. Now reviewer says that no, our objective is okay, no, then make appropriate changes, submit form. Okay, look at this again, repetition from reviewer. Reviewer is not accepting it. There are some changes to be needed. So again, it is going back. Are the changes okay? If yes, then manager will look into that. Submit the form to employee. Employee have to work on it again. Send back to manager. Again, manager will send it to reviewer. But in other case, if you see no, if manager says that no or employee says no, then offline discussion between these three people, employee, manager, and reviewer. Got my point? So there should be some explanation, right? So we'll be discussing about that, why there is no need of changes in the data, why we did changes, whatever it is, what are the changes needed, whatever it is. Offline discussion between three. If everything is fine, then again employee accepted, manager then reviewer, it will go. So what do you understand from me here? I mean, is it clear? So it's pretty simple. Employee log into performance management system
Mm.
whenever an
So
employee log in. Yeah, go ahead.
it's at this point where the reviewer is trying to make a review to the flow or to the approval submitted by the manager. If the manager is not okay with the review, if
Mm,
the reviewer is not okay, who
mm,
could be more like a senior manager to this manager here,
mm,
then this case could be like a double repetition because there's going to be a repetition here and then there's another repetition,
mm.
right?
Yes, yes. Correct. So you understand the concept, right? You understand the project, right?
Yeah,
You understand the concept, correct? So simple.
yeah.
So HR people created templates for different departments and send it to performance management system application. Now, whenever the employee login with employee username and password, according to the employee username and password, those details only will be displayed. Okay, and then employee fill the application and submit the form. It goes to manager. Then manager says okay, then reviewer says okay, that's fine. If not, if manager feel that there is something wrong, manager send back to employee and they both discuss offline. And if your reviewer feel that the data is wrong, whatever you entered, again reviewer, manager, employee, these three people will discuss each other and fix the things, and then a reviewer will accept it. Once they accept, then only you get appraisal. This is the status, this is the situation. Okay, fine. This is all about
Is there how many structures are there? I've seen the repetition,
huh.
but which other structures are here?
We have repetitions, decisions. That's it. Repetition, decisions only we have. We don't have any other than that. We don't have case. We don't have any other. Okay. There are only four
Okay.
structures, right? Basically, sequence. There is no sequence because it is not a sequence flow chart. Second one is decision. Yes, decision is there. Repetition is there, and the case. Only four we have, and obviously case we don't have here. Correct. There is no
Oh,
case.
okay.
Correct. So like
Yeah.
this is one more application. So in this way, you have to draw these diagram. So where you have to draw, how you have to draw, how you can draw. Let's see now. Mm, just a second. So this is a cross-functional flowchart. Basically, how you can draw this, how you have to draw. I will show you here. I took a new window and here cross-functional flowcharts. First we'll see where you will find this cross-functional flowchart. More shapes, go to more shapes. Okay, in the more shapes, flowchart. Okay, first business engineering, then flowchart. In the flowchart you will have cross-functional flowchart. So more shapes and flowchart. In the flowchart, cross-functional flowchart, click on that, so you'll get it here. Okay, there are two flowcharts here. Okay, now and one more, we need basic flowcharts also. Where you will find these basic flowcharts? Go to more shapes, flowchart, you have basic flowcharts here. Okay, like this. Got it? So how many are there? Cross-functional flowchart and basic flowchart. You have to take both of them. So both are in more shapes, flowchart. Inside the flowchart you have both of them. Okay, now let's start with cross-functional flowchart. So we have four symbols here: swim lane, horizontal and vertical, and separator. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm taking a swim lane, I just drag and drop it here. Okay, I just dragged and drop it here. Look at this, that's a symbol. We call it a swim lane. Swim lane. Okay, so now let me drag and drop it and put it below it. Okay, got it. Now coming to basic flowchart. Okay, what you did here, you dragged and dropped cross-functional flowchart symbols, sim lanes. Double click on this and write down, uh, let's assume for ATM. Okay, ATM machine, and the function here you write down user, and here you write down system. System means ATM system. Okay, done. Now okay, so what I did, I clicked on basic flowchart shapes. What is this? It's a process symbol. First what I will do, I'll take start and end. You can see start and end, correct? So now what happened? First start, then second user visit ATM. Okay, then what happens next? When user visit ATM and user insert the card, then next process user insert. Now it comes here like this. Okay, and user insert the card, then decision. Okay, decision. If yes, it goes straight. If no, repetition. Now what you have to do, take a connector, and if the answer is wrong, it will ask you to repeat again, re-enter the password. Okay, if the answer is right, then it goes straight. Okay, one more process. Sorry, just a second. Ah, okay, now like this. Okay, now you double click on it, write start, and write down user insert ATM, then system checks the validity. You can say validation. Okay, right, and then here you write down yes. If yes, go here, you can write down here on the arrow, you can write down. Double click on this and say no. If the data is not right, then go here, double click here and write down yes. Yes. Okay, move forward like this. You can draw a flowchart. You have to draw a flowchart. This is known as cross functional flowchart. This is known as a flow process, flow diagram. Clear? And you have to attach in the middle. That's it. Okay, Okay, Femi, is it clear? So what you did, cross-functional flowchart, then basic flowchart. Only two symbols used. You can see all the symbols what we discussed here: decision, process, module or sub-process, start and end, document, data or input output data. Correct. This is a database symbol on page. Okay. So like this, we have a couple of symbols. Any doubts here?
Well,
Hello. Any doubts?
yeah. I said the last one it's like the last page. Can you go back?
This one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is this is a decision here.
Mm. Yes.
But it's also like a repetition too.
Exactly. It is a repetition, and then decision. Yes, that is the reason I designed here.
Okay.
It is a repetition as well as decision. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. You got my point, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the next topic, that is BRD. Okay. Let's look into business requirement document now. Uh,
Okay.
just be on mute. Right. Now we'll go a little slow. Okay. Uh, so basically, what is business requirement document? Business requirement document is a combination of, you can say business requirement document is divided into two parts. One is high level and one is detail level. Okay. So high level consists of objective and scope of the project, wherein detail level explains different types of requirements. Okay. Now second point here is these BRD templates, okay, I mean business requirement documents, uh, the design, I mean what I mean to say is like these templates differs from project to project. You don't find the same template means designed one. Okay, you don't find the same template in other companies, other projects. So no one will ask you to create a template. Okay, already predefined templates will be there. So you have to insert the data into the template, into those templates. That's it. Okay, why? Because so every templates will have some watermarks, some symbols, some logos. Okay, for their security they use some different font, correct, different color for their uniqueness. Got it? So we are not going to do all these things. Okay, so already predefined set of templates will be there. So you have to insert the data into those templates. That's it. Okay, now let's see. So this is one project. So you have to write down project name here. See project name, project slash means project name you have to write down here. Business requirements document, BRD. Just a second. It went down. Just a second. Let it come up. Okay, project, you just mentioned the project name, project here. Got it? Whatever the project name is. The remaining things you are not supposed to change. Next, if you see prepared by author name, So author is you, okay, your name. And prepared for whom you prepared, you are preparing it for your client and for your technical team, correct? So write their names, I mean, for whom you are preparing. Okay, date submitted, project sponsor, when did you when you're
So
going to submit.
how the templates get it?
Pardon?
How do you get the templates? How do I get the BRD documentation template?
When you join in an organization, they will give you, right? When you join in a project, when you join in an IT company, so every IT
Okay.
company will have a lot of their predefined templates, correct?
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Suppose tomorrow you joined in any FBI or a government project, or you joined in any NASA. So do you think that they will ask you to prepare these templates? No. Already templates will be there. You have to insert the data in the right side. See, like this, prepared by will be already there. You have to write your name, author name. Prepared for will be there already. So you have to write. Just think. So no one, I mean, how no one will ask you to create a template, got it? So already every organization they will be having, because there will be so many projects, right, going on. So in that, the same template they will give you, in that you have to enter the data, that's it. Sorry. uh, Date submitted. When you are submitting the document, put the date. Project sponsor, project sponsor and name. Project sponsor means client name, who is going to spend money on this project, okay? And client acceptor, who is going to accept this document by the end of the day. Someone should accept it from the client side, correct? That means they have to they have to cross check the things, cross check the requirements, whatever the requirements they gave you and what you inserted into this document, both are same or not. Okay, so you have to look into that. So client acceptor, and then uh,
More like a verification.
client acceptor,
I mean, more
yes.
like a verification.
Yeah, they will verify, and someone will put a signature, right? So yes, this is a document, now you can go ahead. Yeah, verification, you can say. Client acceptor, acceptor means how they will accept. Without verification they don't accept it, right, basically. Now project manager, so who is this fellow manager? Your manager name, that's it. Next, document number. It will be some predefined number. I don't know, we don't know, we can't say this is 645020, something like that, depends on the, this is also predefined, okay. And project number and BRD, that's it. And here comes version. Version is very important. So here they are saying 0.1 or 0.1. That means, uh, see, 0.1 means first one, right? It's a new project. Got my point? Suppose if it is 0.3, 0.4, or zero point 0.2, something like that, then you have to understand that, okay, so there was already some version. Okay, there was already a version. Correct? You can easily understand. That is what the version numbers are very important. Okay, now because it is a first one, so the name number of this project is 1, the version is 1. Last updated, when it updated June 6 2006, and created also 6 2006, that means, so no updations till now, so that means this is 0.1 only. Okay, if it is 0.2 means a last updation date will be something like June 7, June 8 2006, 2007, 2008, something like that. Okay, clear? So with this, here with this client, I mean technical people will understand that yes, this is a new project. Okay, now, I mean they will understand, is it existing one or new one or whatever it is. Now coming to the next page, table of contents. As I said, we have uh, high level and detail level. High level means introduction and requirement scope comes under high level. Listen carefully once again, I'm saying introduction and requirement scope comes under high level, and functional requirements, data requirements, and the other requirements comes under detail level. Okay, now look at this introduction. Document purpose. Introduction 1.1, document purpose. So what is the purpose of this document? You have to write down. I mean, what is this document basically, what project it is explaining, you have to mention here. And intended audience, if you see the second one, 1.2, intended audience means for whom you are designing it. So I mean, who is going to look into this application, who are going to look into this application. Okay, who are going to look into this application means client side people as well as technical team. Okay, audience. Then the third one is background check. What do you mean by background check? I mean, we have to see that whether, I'm sorry, uh, we have to see that whether this is the, I mean, do we have any previous documents related to this? Okay, or not. Now, next one is purpose of the business requirements. Purpose means, as I told you, right? Whether it is what is this basically? What is the purpose of this project? And purpose of the requirements means whether it is for a new project or existing work, or you are doing, is it an incremental, okay, or is it the waterfall, is it a prototype, like that you will come to know here. Okay, depending on the project. Next, business goals, objectives to be achieved. Yes, business goals, objectives to be achieved. uh, what you're going to achieve by this project, by the end of this project, that is what the goal. Okay, benefits, who is going to get benefit, what is that benefit? Okay, of course, right, we should know all these things. I mean, technical person should know all these things. This all comes under introduction, objective part. Then stakeholders, who will use this application, I mean, to whom you are developing. You are using for bank managers or bank employees. If you take an example of online banking, for whom you are designing this. Okay, stakeholders. And dependencies of existing systems, I mean, is there any dependency, I mean, any applications are depending on this, because if you do some changes or if you create a new something, so sometimes what happens, the changes occurs on the other applications also, correct? But here that's not the case, because it's a new project, right? No dependencies, nothing, no references, no assumptions. Assumptions will be there. References means any documents help this project. And assumptions means if not, then how. Okay, so let's say we're creating an online banking application, so if not, the login page, maybe if it is something wrong, then how? Okay, so assumptions. So this all comes under introduction. And the next one is scope. In scope, out of scope. Okay, so in scope, out of scope means, in scope presently what we are developing is in scope, and out of scope is presently what we are not developing in the project is out of scope. Okay, in scope means must and should requirements. Out of scope means would requirements, would or won't requirements. Okay, so 1 and 2 comes under high level. Got it? And from here, third, just a sec. Yeah, functional requirements. The third one are functional requirements. You know functional requirements, right? Actor profile specification, essential use case diagram. Actor profiles means who are actors. Who are those actors? As I said, for online banking, customers, bank managers, bank employees, right? List out those actors' names and designations. I mean, not names, but designations. Okay. I mean, customer or employee, whomever it is. Essential use case diagram. Yes. Use case diagram, use case specification, and hierarchy diagram. Okay. Function hierarchy diagram. Hierarchy diagram means uh, how the organizational chat will be. I will explain you this. We call it as hippo chat. Basically, I will explain in the next session. And function definition report. So what definition, what exactly is the project is, and business rules, some rules we have to follow. Okay, now this all comes under functional requirements. We already talked about use case document, use case diagram, and okay, actors and all those things. In use case diagram we talked about actors, right? Employee is an actor, uh, approver is an actor, like that. Now coming to data requirements, moreover we are nowhere concerned with data requirements, we don't involve. Okay, so basically we don't look into this because it's a data analyst job. As I told you in the beginning, be a look into functional, non-functional, that's it. Not data into system, not data and system, correct? And now, oh, it went, just a second. Shit. Yeah, yeah, coming to non-functional, we have, as I told you, performance requirements, system help requirements, security requirements, correct, quality requirements, this all comes here. And interface requirements are nothing but system requirements. So like this we have all the requirements you have to put in a document. And at last, if you see this document, okay, so that is what we discussed high level, the high level part. And now we'll look into the revision log and approval. Okay, so revision log is how many times it got revised, how many times the document got revised, because it's the first one, right? That is the reason no revise, nothing. So by looking into this revision log, you will understand, you will come to know, okay, so uh, I mean, uh, this many times it got revised, okay, blah blah, something like that. Okay, for me. So these many times it got revised, when it revised, who was the responsibility for that, okay, all these things. And coming to the next one is approval. This document has been approved as official business document for the project name project. Okay, following approval of this document, changes will be governed by the project's change management process, including impact analysis. So what is this? Approval. As I told you, right? At the end of the day, client have to accept it. So before that, first, I mean, as a BA, you prepared it, right? You prepared this document, right? So you enter your name, author name, title and organization, and put your date and signature, and approved by client acceptor name. Who is the client? Okay, client acceptor name, signature and date. Okay, so if client is not accepting means, I mean, client will tell you to do some changes. Once the changes are done, then they will accept. And the remaining things, you just go through this. The remaining, like we have performance requirements. These are the templates. That's it. Look at these performance requirements in seconds time. Seconds are minutes. Okay. So I'll explain you in detail about this in the next session. This complete BRD as well as uh, testing. Okay, in the next session we'll look into both of them. No, not testing, RTM and RUP, and testing we'll finish in the next session. Okay, Femi. So meanwhile, you just read this document completely. This is very important. It's a sample document. It will give you a clear understanding. Okay, so it has given a clear explanation with all the theory. Lot of theory is there. Okay, you can read it and understand it, and anyhow we'll explain you in the next class. Look at this. I'll show you something here. Like you said, document purpose. So they clearly mentioned here. The purpose of this document is to describe business requirements of an application completely, accurately, and ambiguously. Like this, you just read them and try to understand. Who are the intended audience? The main intended audience for this document are business owners of the proposed system as well as technical team, data architects, designers, developers. Like this. These are the document filling instructions. Okay, just look into this. Okay, Femi, any doubts? So today we talked about different symbols, notations and structures as well as BRD document. So read the document.
Okay.
If you have any doubts, we'll see you in the next session.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, bye bye, see you
Ah,
see you
ah,
next session.
thank